that one. Hello, good evening and welcome to Season 2 of the V8 Championship from Flat Out E-Racing. If you've been following this, we had a fantastic first season where we were using the Mustang as the base car for this V8 series. So we've now thrown the doors open. You can now use the BMW as well. And we found everybody's already using that choice of car, so that's obviously the preferred one. Glad to welcome on board my favourite sidekick, Jet Ski Dave. Are you right there, Jet Ski?
Yeah, fine. Yeah, thank you for inviting me along again. I enjoyed the end of the last season. I'm looking forward to some close racing this evening.
Well, we're straight into it tonight because we've got two 20-minute races and we're already into the first 5-minute qualifying, so we don't hang around here in Flat Out E-Racing. We're straight into the action. So all the guys are on their out lap. We've just been watching them in free practice, and you picked up someone was being particularly quick there, didn't you, Dave?
There was a few of them actually. There's a couple got off quick, and then the rest sort of caught up behind them. So there is a couple out the front, but the others aren't that far behind.
Oh, great to hear. Well, the other guy who I know is going to be pumped tonight, for those of you that follow the Flat Out channel, Mark Parker, who's on screen now, he had a stupendous night in the GT4s on Wednesday in the reverse grid race there. He got his way through to the front and hung on to it to the end in an absolutely fantastic battle. There was some really exciting racing, wheel-to-wheel stuff, and I know Mark was absolutely pumped, and allegedly he has watched that video back about 3,000 times. So I think he shared it with all his friends, family and everybody else he knows on Facebook. So I know Mark's really pumped for tonight, so hopefully that's given him some confidence. Because as we know, that those Greek guys, as we've learnt before, Dave, that they're really quick, aren't they?
Oh, they are. They've got a misspent youth there, I'm afraid. but Sector 1, they're all looking at 26 seems to be the time everyone's going for. But Sector 1, 26 and a half.
Who's quickest at the minute?
Burton Fry, 26.6. But oh, hang on. Yeah, looking down. Oh, we got 26.4.
Well, they're just setting their qualifying times, and Burnt Fry's gone through with a 1:30.2, which has just been zapped by several of the Greek contingent. They're down into the 1:29s.
Yeah.
Select's got a 1:30. Mark Parker a little bit off the pace there, 1:32.4. Noodlester 1:34.2. I'd imagine now Noodlester's normally up there, so I imagine he's made a little bit of a mistake on his out lap there. So let's hop on board with Zamborini, because he's the guy on pace. And I noticed that we discussed before we went live how they've opened the doors on this series to have Mustangs and BMWs, and everybody's instantly jumped straight in the BMW, so there must be a hint there that that's the better of the two cars.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, we've still got the 21-29 best laps, 1:29, 1:30, so that's all close. First 5, nothing in it really. You know, I think it's going to be very close all the way around. I hope it's clean like the last race I was happy to be with, so let's look forward to some good racing here.
Well, we're just coming up finish line. There's just 25 seconds left of the qualifying, so I think these first 3 or 4 guys are going to get across and get another lap in. But I don't think the whole field is. We've just got 15, 14, 11, 10 seconds to go. So I think, well, a few cars, 2, 3, 4 cars are across. Nobody seems to be putting a quicker lap in at the moment. So let's have a just, no, they're all crossing the line. Well, time's out. So we've got 3 minutes remaining for them all to complete their final lap. A little bit of a change we've got for this format for tonight. That we've got the two 20-minute races. The first race is decided qualifying from this 5-minute session, and then there'll be a 20-minute race, and then we've got the reverse grid race. And to liven things up a bit, the top 5 finishers from the first race have to go on a harder set of tyres for the second race. So that's to give those guys that maybe weren't quite as quick in the first race a bit of a chance. So hopefully that's going to mix things up very much. And if you watch back, if you look down the YouTube channel, you'll see Wednesday night's race, the GT4s, and we had a short 10-minute second race because we had a few technical issues, and that produced some stunning racing. So we're hoping to get the same thing tonight. See anything quick on the sectors there, Dave? We got anybody that looks like they're lighting up the timing field?
Well, the top six, Trevor, first sectors is 26 seconds. Again, the sector 2, 28 seconds, and sector 3 is 34, 35. So, I mean, that could be anyone's race in top 5 so far.
Burnfly very nearly got sub 130 there, and Kevin's actually just stolen pole position. 129.4. Zamborino, we thought, had it in the dying seconds there. Kevin, who was our champion from the first series, has managed to snatch pole, and we're straight into the race. Here we go. So it'll be a brave man who's going to bet against Kevin here, wouldn't you say? Yeah,
on previous form of what we've seen, but you never know. This track looks quite technical in parts.
Yeah,
and a bit good for passing as well. Sorry.
Well, there's a couple. If you look at the track map on the top right, I like that long straight with that hairpin at the end. There's some great opportunities for overtaking there. Yeah. Onto the brakes, into that hairpin.
Yeah, I've seen a few in free practice. I've seen a few spinners as well go out. So the grip's going to be an issue as well, I think.
Okay, here we go. We're off. Lights are green and we're away. So we're heading down towards the first corner, which is a long sweeping left-hander, and there is a rolling start, so we don't expect there to be too much chaos at the start. Looks like a couple of guys maybe have dropped off the pace at the back there. I don't know if you can see what's happening there, Dave.
Can have a look there, mate. I'm going back there now.
Okay, we're going through the chicane section, and Zamborino looks like he wants to get revenge for losing pole position at the last minute there, because he's right under the rear wing of Kevin 77. Oh, Kevin's got through that chicane a little bit quicker and pulled out a bit of a gap as they head down towards the hairpin. I think there's a bit of a battle there in fourth. Looks like Panos and Timorous are going at it. Is Panos going to have a go? No, their line is turned around the hairpin. So it looks like the pack's possibly... Oh, we got a spinner in the background there. The golf coloured car. I couldn't quite see who that was.
KJN 100.
Oh, Kevin Cajun. Oh, he lost it on the power coming out of the hairpin there. We mentioned that was an area where we thought there was going to be a bit of entertainment, didn't we?
Yes, yeah, it's moving along. It's still not that spread out, you know. There's a bit of a gap forming towards the back, but they're all pretty close there. Yeah,
definitely the pack of about 6 or 7 cars up the front are very tight, and it's interesting watching Kevin and Zamborino up the front. They seem to be quicker at different parts of the circuit, so I think this might liven things up as the race goes on. And it's good to see Burnfly holding the team flag up for the Brits in third place. Oh, Kevin's gone a bit deep. He's on the grass. He's on the grass. Zamborino has gone really up close behind him, but we've not. He couldn't find a way round. He just put 2 wheels on there, so that's just me. Kevin is really pushing it tonight. So let's have a quick look around. Okay, oh, we've got a fair battle here, 6th, 7th and 8th. They're going in 3 abreast into the hairpin. Cullinan's down the inside, Select's in behind him in 7th, and Noddy's mate there in 8th. That was really tight, but really respectful. They were all really close to each other, but nobody put anybody off, which is great to see. So they're now through the left-right section before we get to what I'd sort of describe the reverse Turkish turn, or Turkish Grand Prix turn 8 section, which is a 4 apex right-hander. So these guys seem to have spread themselves out a little bit now. Sorry, Dave, you're going to say?
Yep. No, it's all right. No, you're fine. I'm watching them 3 that you just say, Noddy's mate, Select, and they're pretty much tailing each other at the moment. We're holding back, or they'll wait till a bit later on. I don't know.
Well, we've got just under 17 minutes remaining, so will hop on board. Oh, there. Unfortunately, we've lost Holkey, who was who joined just before the start, but I think he was one of those drivers that dropped off. So he is unfortunately left us. So I've just hopped on board there with Noddy's mate as we work our way through the chicane section. Now, this is quite tricky. There's some really vicious curves on the inside, and if you get it just right, you can straddle them, which Select in front did. But if you get it wrong and whack your tyre straight onto that curb, it will send you straight to Narnia. They're really vicious. But if you can just straddle them, we can see. Let's have a look up the front. Oh, Kevin has been overtaken by Zamborino. We missed that. Unfortunately, we're watching the battle for 6th, 7th and 8th. So, as we thought, it was all getting a bit exciting up front. I'll imagine that happened at the hairpin. So, unfortunately, we missed that one. But it doesn't look like Kevin is giving this one up very easily. So he's right under the rear wing of the other BMW as they head up towards the final double apex left-hander, which is the last corner of the track. No, he's not giving this up. These guys are so quick and they are so close together. We'll just hop on board and see if we can get an idea on fuel and tyre wear. No, it doesn't look like we're going to get any issues with that. They've only used 1/8 of a tank, so I think we're going to be absolutely fine on that one. Kevin's looking to the inside on the first corner. They're side by side all the way round. It looks like Kevin's got the better line up to the chicane. Who's going to be last of the late breakers? No, they're still side by. Zamborino's gone round the outside. Fantastic stuff. He's really holding off Kevin. And Kevin got really loose. He, as I mentioned, hit those curves and got all over the place. So as we hurtle down to the hairpin, what's Kevin going to do? Zamborino's gone defensive. And Kevin's trying to sweep around the outside. I think he's gone deep. Are you on with this one, Dave?
No, I'm just watching the race. 6, 7 and 8 are still, they're like they're joined together with a bit of rope.
Is it rope or elastic? Is it fairly constant, or is it stretching? And
yeah, it's constant. I mean, they're just all hanging on to each other. I don't know if they're saving their best for the end or whether they're flat out pushing. Noddy's mate just kicked the grass there, but no big deal. Like I say, it's come down a bit. So
coming down to 14 minutes remaining.
6. Yeah. Yeah.
I'll hop back. Oh yes, I can see we got on board with you.
Yeah, 4, 5 and 6. Well, they can't all go into the next bend.
Oh, Cullen's looking to the inside. Oh, he's got it done.
Oh, he's got it done. Oh.
Nice clean manoeuvre.
Yeah, clean move. And they're joined together.
Yeah, and Kevin's just got him back in front. It's all happening all over the place. Kevin's got back in front of Zamborino for the lead as well. There's so much going on, we just don't know where to look at the moment. This is fantastic stuff.
We haven't got enough cameras.
We need to up the budget. I'll talk to the organisers, see what they can do for us. So, Kevin's got back in front. He's pulled about a half-second gap at the moment on Zamborino. So I don't know if he's starting to get this done, but these guys are really tight up the front, and this is great to see, isn't it? Because last time out, Kevin was a bit of a runaway winner for both races, wasn't he? Yes,
and that's good for him, you know. But it's not a close race, and everyone's got a chance. That makes it more of a spectacle. We're going for it again. It's 4, 5, and 6.
I'm back with you. I'm back with you. You talk us through it, Dave.
I don't know. I just can't say who's got. They seem to be jostling and flipping the grass and that, but it's so close. It's so close. It's,
the fast guy in here is Cullinan, who was qualified 8th, and he's back up to 4th.
Oh,
so he's really picked the pace up in the race. Oh, this is looking very close.
Make a move. Panos is right on the bumper. Look, Christ, couldn't get a pound note in there. Well, that's old money, isn't it? Pound coin, should I say?
So just checking on the leaders, they're still line astern. So let's go back with Panos, and we'll hop on board. Hopefully we'll get a passing manoeuvre on with our onboard cameras. So heading up to this fast left-hander. Do you want to talk us through the next few corners, Dave, with these guys in 4th, 5th and 6th?
Well, there's a holding station. They're all pretty similar at the moment. I don't know. It's so clean as well, you know. Panos hit the curb there, but it didn't seem to affect him too much. I don't know whether they change their settings much in this class, Trevor. I don't know a lot about it.
I don't
Can they
think
stiffen the suspension or anything, or?
No, I don't think there's a little bit of tweaking, not a massive amount, because GT Sport is not really down the finite detail that some of the simulations are. So okay. They will do a little bit of tweaking, but generally just try and keep it even. They try and keep the amount of tuning down to the absolute minimum.
Yeah. So Cullen's pulling away a bit now. He's actually stretched out his gap there between the car behind number 5. So he's actually seems to get a rhythm now. Whether he can make it up the car number 3, which is Burnt Fry, I don't know how much time is left, but 11 minutes will, yeah, he could do, couldn't he?
We're not even halfway yet. We've had quite a lot of excitement. No. I've just hopped back on board with the leader. Kevin's in front at the moment. Zamborino is right behind him. It looks like he is... No, I wonder if he was going to have a look down the inside of the first corner. Those sort of higher speed corners, it's quite tricky to work out a way of getting by without it all ending in tears or in the barrier. So they are working. Oh, Kevin's got it all over the place. He's lost speed. It was a real tank slapper there as he jumped the curb, and I think Zamborino is coming back at him with quite some speed. He's looking down the inside. Zamborino, no, he can't make. I thought Kevin was a sitting duck there. He was locked to lock as he came out of the chicane, and Kevin and Zamborino unfortunately didn't have the momentum to get by him, which is unfortunate.
Oh, Moros has lost a bit of traction there. Panos has gone through the 5th. Yeah, he come out and he just got a little bit of a slide on there, but he caught it. He well caught. But he just lost the position there. But I think he's coming back now. I think it's bumper to bumper again.
I'm on board with you there.
There's a rod on his tail.
Coming up to this final double apex. There's a couple of different lines through here. You can try and make it into a point and almost make it like one corner. So
yeah, he's thought he was going to go for on the inside there. That was a camera angle more than anything. But, here you go. Yeah, he's pulling alongside him, I think. Oh yes. Oh. Yes, Moros has made the pass, I think, although yes, he's made the pass, so he's up into 5th now. Panos is behind him though. He's not giving up. I think these cars seem to be very, very similar setup, I think, and they're just stuck together, I think.
Oh, I'm seeing the yellow flag just pop up. I'm not sure. I've got no. Oh, there's somebody stationary on the track. I can't. Oh, but they're just getting going again.
Yeah.
Can't quite see who that is at the moment, but we'll.
Moros is up the 4th still. Panos is behind him though. Is it? It's yeah. They're all on the edge.
Oh.
I don't think they're leaving anything on the table.
Well, I've just heard from Uni Eagle in the pits. Apparently, the guy that lost out there was with the incident was Burnt Fry. He's now down in 7th behind Select. So I'd imagine, I think they're having a lot of trouble when they come out of that chicane and they hit those curbs. If you get it wrong, as I mentioned earlier, they just launch you. It's like hitting a sleeping policeman head on, and it fires you all over the place. So he's going to be working on a bit of a fight back here. So he's right up behind Select, so I'd imagine he might be able to make a move on him to try and work his way back up. Oh, and he's on the grass! He's locked to lock! Oh, and isn't that so often that happens? You make a mistake, and then you're trying to work so hard to get it back. You then make another mistake.
Going 4th or 5th. I don't know who's going to win this race. They're so equal. They're so equal.
Panos is not giving it up, is he?
No. And Ross is driving good as well.
And it's nice, clean, respectful stuff, which is really great to see, isn't it? Because with these games, it can be tempting just to launch it down the inside and worry about the consequences later. And obviously that ends in tears for everybody, really. So
yeah, is that racing? Not really, is it?
No, It's not racing, is it? So
there's no racecraft in that, just launching down the inside forever, is there?
No, not at all. Let's have a quick look back up the front, and then I think we'll have a run through the field in a minute, just to make sure everybody gets a shout out. So Kevin is still in the lead with Zamborino right behind him, and I'm not quite sure which way this is going to go. I think the minorest mistake from Iron will result in the other one becoming the winner. I think the other thing from, I shouldn't wear my sort of nationalistic sort of British hat on, but unfortunately the top 5 are all from Greece.
Well, if it ain't even do the weather.
Well, what, we're not used to driving in such warm conditions. Oh, I think Zamborino might. Oh, I thought he had a bit of a run there, but then he lost a little bit of momentum out. So, what you think we're not used to racing on warm tarmac? That's why we're struggling.
No, we were sick crap. You don't often get your shorts out in this country.
No, unless you're a postman.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay, let's just have a quick look back. So, go on then.
I thought 4th and 5th, they're still going at it really. There's nothing in it. Nothing in it at all.
Nope.
If Hanos can get a jump, or someone makes a mistake, then they'll swap places again. It's just so close.
So,
good driving though, clean.
Yeah, Kevin has just put in the fastest lap. So he's certainly got the pace. He's got about half a second on Zamborino at the moment. They are about 7 seconds up the road from Clunan, who's we know has worked his way through from the start place of 8th, so he's done well to pull through on that. He's about 6 seconds ahead of Timorous, who's had his battles, as we know, and still having them with Panos, who is running at 5th, and we're just dropped below 5 minutes, so that's 3/4 of the race to go, and 1/4 of the race left to run. So, and then in 6th, Burnt Fry has got by Select. He's up into 6th.
Right, do you think Burnt Fry will get on the back of Panos and Moros?
I think it might be a battle. It's 4.5 minutes left to go, and he's about 3.2 seconds back. It's not impossible, because those guys up front, with the racing each other, might slow each other up.
Yeah, I see Burnt Fry sometimes in the pit when I'm looking down. I can see in the picture Burnt Fry at the back.
So he's definitely coming. He's got the gap down under 3 seconds now, so it's not impossible.
Yeah. No.
So it's not
2-8.
So Select is in 7th. With great looking Repsol livery there. Now you have memories of Repsol, don't you, Dave?
Oh yeah. 5th biggest oil company in Europe.
Well, there you go. Every day's a school day for you, everybody out there. We teach about all sorts of stuff.
Well, they were.
Noodlester in 8th with a great Vodafone livery on his BMW there. Mark Parker is there in 9th, a little bit, about 4.2 seconds behind Noodlester, so he's not, not fully out of touch with him yet. Noddy's mate with a great Pepsi Max livery. I think that's a new one. He's in 10th, and then Cajun, who had that problem at the start, didn't he, where he spun coming out of the hairpin. He's down in 11th at the moment, but it could be a tactical manoeuvre. He'll have pole for the second race. So our estimate from you and the Eagle in the pits is we've got 3 laps to go.
I think Burnt Fry's dropped back just a little bit. 3 seconds, 2.9. You were right what you said. Is perhaps not enough race time left, unless the other two bump into each other.
Well,
which is Moros, Panos.
But they seem to have been pretty respectful with their racing so far, haven't they?
Yeah. There's still nothing between them. The gap, half a second. They're respecting each other. They're not being silly. Of course, last lap might all change.
What, the gloves will all be removed and it'll be bare knuckle fighting, will it?
Yeah. He who dares wins or crashes out.
Well, looking up the front, Kevin's got half a second still on Zamborino, who has desperately been trying to find a way to go, but he just doesn't seem to be able to find that little extra to get by him and make the move stick. So we'll hop back from there as these guys start their last but one lap. And I'll back with you, Dave, with Panos and Timorous again.
Yep. It's just is Panos buying his time? Does he know he's quick, or is they just all going flat out?
I think they're just absolutely flat chat.
Yeah.
We've got 2 laps, but it's interesting to see that Panos to Burnfry, that gap is down to 2.5 seconds. So Burnfry's coming. It's not impossible.
Yeah.
If these two suddenly decide to get a little bit feisty with each other, you can easily lose that time. Again, I saw it. I felt your pain there as the BMW launched itself over that curb.
Yeah, some curb, isn't it?
Well, the danger with it is, if you try and take too much out of it, it will give you a penalty for shortcutting the track.
Right.
So that's why you can only straddle it. You can't be sort of overly liberal with it and take a great chunk out of it, because otherwise you get that penalty. And if you go round the outside of it, you're taking the longer line, and therefore it's slower. So your ideal line is to straddle it, but it's trying to thread the eye of a needle at about 80 mile an hour.
Right. Oh, Burnfry's coming back now. 1.7, 1.8. He's coming in now. So he could be in. He could be on the tail. Is he going to run out of time? That's the thing.
Wow. Time may come to play it, because we've got 30 seconds left. But I think these guys are going to make the cross the finishing line, because once time's out, they cross the finishing line. That's their race over. So they're just coming up the line. So those 2 guys are going to make it, and I think Burnfry is going to make it as well. So he's got that gap under 2 seconds now. He seems to be pulling it in about half a second a lap, doesn't he? And I think we just have we need another 3 laps to make it work. And there we go. 3, 2, 1, 0. Time's out. So anyone that crosses the line now will that will be the end of their race. So I think that is going to be it's not going to be Burnfry who's so Noodles has just crossed the line and he's finished.
Burnfry 1.3.
1.3 is it? Hang on, I'm coming back to you, Dave. I was just watching the guys finish.
1.3 is in the picture. All 3 are in the same picture.
I'm with you. I'm with you. So 0.2 between Timorous and Panos. So that's nothing. So what would you do if you're in Panos' shoes? What are you going to do, Dave?
I wouldn't never been that close to anyone, Trev. But that's the trouble. They always pull away, the robbers. Hang on.
He's got one last chance here. We're going through Turkish turn 8, so I don't think Burnfry's going to come to play.
No, but is he going to make his move here? Look.
Let's have a look.
Panos. Oh no.
No, that's it. I'm afraid. But just to hop up front, Kevin crossed the line in first. Zamborino's second. Kalinin was third, and Timorous is wiggling his steering wheel frantically. He crosses the line, with Panos in 5th and Burnfry in 6th. And the last one
pulled a lot back, didn't he?
He did. Another 2 or 3 laps, and that would have been a very different situation, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Unfair play, Timorous, and they never forced us force a way through or anything like that. That was good, clean racing.
No, that was good, and that's what flat out e-racing. That's what it's all about. It's fast, respectful racing. So, and with what we've got coming up with this reverse grid, that's really important, because a lot of these reverse grid races can result in people, how should we say, being overly bold with their manoeuvres, trying to get back to the front. And especially when you've got a field like we have tonight of 11 cars, it's quite a way from that starting position at the back to get to the front. And some of these guys at the front aren't slow. They may have not had the, how should we say, the best first race, but they're certainly not slow. And that certainly, for example, Mark Parker the other night, that worked for him really well. He didn't have a particularly good first race, but the second race he got to the front quick, got away, and then the guys behind him got held up, and he did have a little bit of a battle to the end, and he did a stunning drive in his Lamborghini GT4 to get to the end and win it, and held the guys off. But behind him was guys that had won the first race, so they've got to get round him to win it.
And of course the tyres are coming into play. You say they've got to take first 5 have got to use a harder tyre.
Yes.
So and they'll be starting from the back as well.
Correct. So they the new tyre rules on this are that at first race they can use what they want. So, like all racing drivers, you use the softest, stickiest tyre you can get hold of. So they use a Racing Super Soft, and then for the second race, they then have to move to the Racing Soft, which is a slightly harder tyre. And we haven't got massive tyre wear, so it's not going to affect anything like that. But it will just mean that they will have a little bit less grip.
Yeah.
So hopefully that's going to make it harder work, because we've seen in the last season 1 of this, Kevin won all 8 races, or sorry, 10 races, and whether he was at the front or the back of the starting grid, he managed to get his way through. So hopefully this is going to even things up, and it is quite interesting. And of course, coincidental, and you know, for our great friends over there in Greece, and I know Kevin particularly has put a lot of time in with these liveries, and we're really impressed with how the cars have turned out. But it just so happens that all the Greek guys are the ones on the harder tyres. Now that is just coincidental, and I don't want anybody writing in or letters or complaints. You know, it's just the way it works out.
But for these guys that are really quick, going to a slightly harder tyre must make it more of a challenge for them. You know, and it must be boring. You know, not that I've been in a position, but it must be boring being in the front all the time. Surely you want to race. Surely that's what you want to do. You want to show your skill that even on a lesser tyre, you're still up there. You know, there's even more appreciation for the way you drive as well.
Oh yes, you want that bigger challenge, don't you?
Yeah,
so
definitely.
I'm just going to hop back, run through the result of the first race, and of course the reverse of this is our grid for the second race. So the winner was Kevin 77, Zambarino was second, Kalunan was third, Timorous fourth, Panos was fifth, in sixth place was Burnt Fry, seventh was Select, eighth was Noodlester, ninth was Mark Parker, 10th was Noddy's Mate, and 11th was Cajun 100. So reverse that order for the second race. The Cajun 100 will be on pole, and Kevin 77 will be starting from the back.
I'm not sure where to look in this race. I think it's be close.
So I think the interesting thing is that the guys have all jumped immediately to the BMW from the Mustang. That was just for people that are new to this. In the first season of V8s, you could only use the Mustang, whereas this season we've opened it up and you can use either the Mustang or the BMW. And instantly, as you can see by all 11 drivers tonight, they've all jumped straight for the BMW. So it's got to be the best car, isn't it, surely?
You'd think so, wouldn't you? People have done their homework, haven't they? And obviously jumped into the BMW after running the Mustang and thought, you know, found they'd do quicker lap times. Oh,
you watching Burnt Fry?
Yeah. Little display there for the camera, I think.
Well, that Marshall Rob is the one for that in the GT4s. If I ever need time to fill a little bit, Marshall Rob I can always rely on to wander out on the track and start doing donuts. So, but the other thing I noticed, and I didn't realise because I'm not, like, my heart is with another simulation, I must admit. With GT Sport, there's actually slightly 2 different variants of this car. I think Burnt Fry may be listening to our feed.
Yes. Oh.
Yes, you need to be careful of oncoming cars. Yeah, that's not. No, come on. Okay. Okay, Jordan, you've done it all. Yeah, come on. No, that's it. Well done. Yeah, it's that way. Yeah, to the right on the screen. Well done. Off you go. Now, come on. No, he's going to do it. I can see what's coming. He's doing it again. No, in the pit lane. If he's not going to play nicely, you can go in the pit lane. No, he's carrying on. There's 2 slightly different models. And I know I've used one of these when I've done laps of the Nürburgring on GT Sport. I don't know the finer details of the difference between these cars, but looking down the list, they all seem fairly mixed up. So I imagine as a base car, they're very similar. There's just a few little individual tweaks, I guess. Yeah,
that's your own preference, I suppose.
Yeah, it's whatever suits your driving style and technique, I suppose.
If you ever had any. Me, obviously.
Well, obviously, you know, many years ago I did. Unfortunately, that bucket of talent I had was slightly leaky, and over the years it's all dribbled out. So, well, you know what the phrase is, don't you? those who can do, those who can't commentate.
Oh, there you go then. That sums us all together.
Yeah, and I think that's very much us too, really. So I'm just going to have a look, see if we've got an update of when the second race is due to start. So I think it is going to be very shortly. So Cajun 100's put a review of his driving in the first race. Sorry, no, Noddy's mate. Oh, Noddy's mate has put a review of his driving in the chat. Unfortunately, because this is not an adult channel, I can't actually quote it verbatim, shall we say. So, but he was not pleased with his driving, suffice to say. And Cajun has agreed that he was also below par, shall we say. That's the best word I can come up with. Apparently he spun 3 times. So I think Cajun, you need to keep it straight in the second race, and then you're going to be up towards the front. Oh, Birdfly's looking a bit loose on this practice lap. Are you still watching him?
I am. I don't know whether he's showboating or
what?
He's...
You wouldn't be a fleet manager's friend with that kind of vehicle abuse, would you?
No. He's flashing his lights.
It's terrible when he
Here we go.
Drift Central.
Drifting.
Well, that was quite good. I'll give him his due. That was quite good. So that was, it was quite a nice drift. What would you award him? About a 7 out of 10 for that one?
Oh, definitely a 7. Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
No. I'm sorry.
That was about 2, wasn't it?
Oh, here we go.
No.
Yeah.
No, he's on the grass. That's not good. Right. Come on, Birdfly. You've got a great chance here. 4 apexes. Here we go. Drift the whole way round.
Oh, he's got...
No.
Oh dear.
I think he's lost his deposit on that one, don't you?
Yeah. I think his score report, you say, must try harder.
I think most of mine said that. Oh, no. And unfortunately, he's done a Cajun 100 on the pull away. So I think we're going to look at another driver, because I just think we're inciting bad behaviour here.
Yeah, okay, let's move up and down and see who's doing what.
Well, I think the other problem, we've got a little minor problem here at commentary towers, which I will try and sort out. Unfortunately, I'm wired in, as you know, to many different things here, and I've just suddenly realised that I haven't actually turned the light on, so I can't see the keyboard. So I know this is not the sort of problem you have in Formula 1, but I'm having to and this is where I need something like Alexa to turn me lights on. Hang on, we fixed the problem, it's right. No need to call the technical help desk, we're alright.
No light.
So let me just see if I just hop off this screen for a second and see if Cajun's returned. No, I'm just trying to see if I can get an ETA on the race start.
These curves are on about, Trevor, are they unique to this track, or are they're quite common in this game throughout the different tracks? So
the curbs, there's a few in GT Sport have got these kind of curbs.
Yeah.
They are particularly vicious. And there's 1 or 2 others that are of similar curve. I'm trying to think what they are, the ones that they are off the top of my head. But it's a real trick. It's like you've just got to get that curb right down the middle of the car. It's a real nightmare. It's just straddling each side, not taking too much, otherwise you get the penalty. But everyone's got themselves together, and we're ready to go. So here we go. Reverse grid, 20 minutes. This is going to be good. Hold on to your hat, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to have a cracking race here. I hope. I'm sure we will. So here we go. So Cajun 100 at the start, in pole position. Noddy's mate, Mark Parker, Noodlester, Sleck, Birdfly, Panos, Timorous, Kalunan, and then Zamborino and Kevin. So here we go. Well, I don't know where to look, Dave. I don't know where to look.
No.
I think I'll hop on board with Noddy's mate in seconds, see what these guys up the front do. But I'm tempted to head to the back, because these fast guys are going to be coming through as well.
Okay, run to the back. There you go. Right. Following.
So
you can start from the back as well. you've got to negotiate a couple of bends before you get on the straight. Is that a disadvantage?
Yeah, because the guys at the front are already on the throttle and away. They're already around the first corner up to the chicane. Cajun's retained the lead. Noddy's mate second. Mark Parker third. Have these guys play the blinder for the second? Oh, Noddy's mate spun it. He's in the wall. He's down to sixth. Too much throttle the middle part of the chicane. And this has allowed Cajun to get away. He's got a big gap of over a second already to Mark Parker. So Mark Parker's coming under pressure a little bit behind. Oh, Burntfry's down the inside now. Burntfry we know is quick from the first race, and he's got a good slot from this one, because after that spin he was obviously a little bit on the way down. So I can see Kevin's away a little bit behind at the back.
Yeah, he is. I thought he was going to fall, whiz through, but he might be just hanging on there a bit. Give him a bit of space, because in front of him they're very close. Too many on the screen. Kevin might be doing the sensible thing, is to hang back a bit. Oh, here he comes. There's nowhere for him to go at the moment. He's coming through, Kevin. He's having a look.
It's all busy up the front. Burntfry's got himself through to second, and he's the first of the guys from the back of the grid on the super softs, because he finished sixth. So he's got the quicker tyres, so he's doing well. He's already passed Mark Parker, and he's off after Cajun. And Noodles is right up behind Mark Parker, and Panos is there as well. So it's all looking quite busy up the front here at the moment.
Right, at the rear it's just as tight. Kevin's now up to 8th with Zamborino behind him, and there's nothing between them. Kevin did make his way through, but it's still very tight.
Do they look like they're working as a team to get to the front? Oh, hang on a sec, Dave.
No.
Noodles is under attack here from Panos as we go up to the hairpin. Panos is looking for the inside. He's got it. Oh, Noodles has gone deep. He's gone wide. He's lost the position to Select as well, and Kalunan's there as well.
Okay.
And Kevin's there as well.
At the back here. Kalunan, Kevin, and Noodles. Yeah. Oh, Kevin's making his way through. Them hard tyres don't seem to be slowing him down much, do they?
Kevin's got his way through. He's up to 6th there, and Noodles is under pressure from Kalunan, and Timorous is right behind him as well. So I'm just going to hop back up the front, see how Burntfry is right on Cajun 100 going up to the last corner. He's right under the rear wing of that car, and Cajun's gone deep, and it looks like Burntfry's got him in the middle of the two corners. Burntfry's got the lead. Now I think he could be a good tip for a win here, because he's getting away. He's got the super softs, and all the Greeks are tied up further back. So I think Burntfry could be on for a win here.
Well, three abreast here going down. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. No. I can't look. Oh.
Well, you need to look. You're the commentator. So Mark Parker's hanging on to it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's getting a bit bumpy bory with Kevin there. Oh, they're across the curbs, but Kevin is coming out in front. Select looks like he's lost a little bit of speed. Kalunan's down the inside, and he's got his nose in front as they're heading towards the hairpin. Kevin looks like he's lost a little bit of speed there, and Zamborino's caught up in the traffic.
Oh, yeah, they really are. But clean racing, I've got to say, still. No one's doing the do or die moves, or as far as I can see from here.
Well, it was a little bit door mirror to door mirror with Kevin and Select through the chicane, but they did seem to get away with it. So, but they are up. So Kevin is up to 4th already. So this is where Burntfry needs to be putting those fast laps in and not making a mistake if he wants to get this race won. So I'm just going to hop back a little further up, see where
1, 2, 3.
Panos is going down the inside of Cajun 100 at the last corner. He's got exactly the same move. And I think Kevin may have spun. No, he got it a bit sideways, but Cajun's got it going again, and he's held on to his 3rd place. But the Greeks are coming. Kevin in 4th, Kalunan in 5th, and Zamborino in 6th. So I think it's only going to be a matter of time. But I think the important one is where is Burntfry. He's 2 seconds up the road from Panos at the moment. So we'll keep an eye on that gap and review that and see how it's going. But I think Burntfry has got a chance here, but we're quarter of the way into the race already, 15 minutes to go. Where are you looking,
6, 7,
Dave?
8 for close. A close select. Just hanging on to Timorous. So yeah, Zavarini pulling away a little bit, but not much. Nothing in it. Nothing in it close. One of them making a mistake, they'll be passed. So 3 of them there, with Nudister coming up at 9 at the back.
Okay, and Kevin's just slipped through into 3rd place already. He's got by Cajun, and Cajun is now under big pressure from Kalunen, who's looking down the inside as they go around the Turkish corner, and he's got the move done. It looks like, despite having those harder tyres, the Greek team, as I'll refer to them, are very much still on the pace. We may have to make their tyres even harder. So 14 minutes to go.
Okay, it's a big gaggle here. 5th, 6th, 7th and 8th, all trying to pass each other. I think Savarino's going on the inside. Is he making a move? Yes, he has. Yes, he's gone past Cajun. He's going wide a bit. He can keep it on the track as he has. Savarino up to 5th.
That was a great move around the outside there.
That was. I thought he was going to run out of road, but he managed to hang on in there.
And the next one coming looks like Timorous.
Yeah, Timorous select. Yeah. Ooh.
And Timorous is down the inside of Cajun at the hairpin. Oh, that was a bit of a block pass, but they seem to get away with it.
Yeah, Select's coming up behind now. Cajun is on his tail. I think he's got a bit more speed. Oh, a nice looking car, that Repsol, I've got to say. I think he lost a little bit out there. He was right on his tail at one point. Whether he had to brake, he was too close, I don't know.
Well,
still only half a second.
Up the front, we've got Kevin has caught up with Panos, and he's going down the inside at the last corner, which seems to be one of Kevin's favourite spots, and he's got the move done. So next in his crosshairs is Burnt Fry. So the gap there between 1st and 2nd is about 2 seconds. So
Select had a tank slapper there. Select had a bit of a tank slapper. But he's still coming back at Cajun. He's right on his tail. There's nothing there. They're coming along the straight into the bend. Sweeping bend round a short straight. Whether he's going to make a move or not, I don't know. It's close.
Yeah, I'm watching.
It's 2.
You can lose and gain so much time through that chicane. If you can get it just right over those curves, it makes so much difference down this long straight to the hairpin. And obviously, you've got that bit more speed. You can catch up with the guys, and it just makes so much difference. But if you get it wrong, Cajun went
different line. Bit of a contact there. I don't know. It was deliberate, but it didn't look deliberate. I mean, it just happened to cross each other's path at the wrong time.
Yeah, I think Cajun went deep on the brakes, and as he came back, unfortunately, the line he wanted to take and Select wanted to take were at the same place. Yeah. So I think he's got that gap done. I'm just going to hop up the front because Burnt Fry to Kevin is now 1.2 seconds. It's got a horrible feeling of inevitability about this. We've got 11 minutes to go, so we're nearly halfway through the race. But I've got a horrible, inevitable feeling about the winner of this race. But we're hanging out there for Burnt Fry. You never know what could happen. I'm just looking around, seeing if we can notice anybody who's running particularly closely apart from the front two guys.
Now we've got the Zambrino and
good call.
Panos. He's going through. He's gone through. Is he going to be able to hold him? Zambrino. Yes, he's got it. He's got that position. He's up to 4th. I didn't think he was going to pull that off. I really didn't.
That was a cracking move around the outside, but didn't Zambrino do that on somebody else? That was a cracking move.
Yeah, that was. He's done it. Now, whether Panos has got anything to come back with, he's not lost the touch. He's he's coming through. Oh no, he didn't quite make that. But that was a bit of driving though. Good bit of driving.
Just hopping on with the leaders, Dave. It's down to 0.3 of a second between Burnt Fry and Kevin. No. This is going to get close.
Okay, I'll look at that.
They're heading down to the Turkish corner. It's looking fairly even at the moment. It's it's back out to 0.6 of a second, so it's not over yet. We're just over halfway through the race. We've got 9 minutes to go. We just hop on board with Kevin, see how his racing softs are wearing, and they look, there's not much going on there, so I don't think that's going to be a problem for him. But interested to see whether those super softs, the burnt fry, are just giving him enough of the advantage to keep ahead. But it's down to 0.3 again. They're coming towards this first corner, and these Greek guys seem to like going around the outside here, but I don't think he can get that done on burnt fry this lap. But it's 0.1 of a second now. There's absolutely nothing in it. So goes chicane through that first part. That is interesting. I think Kevin's worked out. Oh, burnt fry whacked the sleeping policeman curb, was sideways, but he doesn't seem to have lost a hell of a lot of speed. But Kevin seems to have worked out the way of straddling those curbs. Oh, he's gone defensive, burnt fry. He's gone defensive, pushing Kevin around the outside. I think Kevin might have slightly better drive on the exit, but they're down towards the right left, and Kevin is looks like he's trying to get a better exit, which he's done. Looks like he's trying to go around the outside of the 4 apex. That's never going to happen. No, and thankfully I was right. But Kevin's favourite corner seems to be this last double apex one, and he's tucked right under burnt fry. Burnt fry's so far to the left of the track, he's rubbing his door mirror down the barrier. He sweeps over to take his correct line, but Kevin's got him. He's down the inside. They're going side by side onto the main straight. Burnt fry's not giving it up. He runs the curb. They're side by side. And they cross the finishing line to start their 9th lap. And going into the first corner, looks like burnt fry is going to hold him around the outside, maybe. No, Kevin's gone a little bit deep. Burnt fry's got him on the cutback. They're heading towards the chicane. Burnt fry's back in front. Cracking job there. But Kevin's going the inside of the second part of the chicane. Third part, burnt fry's still there. But this is bringing Kaluna and the Zamborino into the match. It's going to be 3 against 1 here. Burnt fry's holding on to the Union Jack there for the Brits, but I think, Kevin's going down the inside of the hairpin. And has he got the job done? Oh, there's a bit of a block pass on the exit.
Yeah. Is Kalinin just hanging on in 3rd place? Is he waiting for them two to have a bit of a tangle?
Wow,
they can breeze through.
That's what I tend to do. Let them distract each other and then go through and
nip through.
Burnt fry was a bit loose there, wasn't he?
Yeah, he's well over that curve. Kalini's now on his rear end.
Yeah,
nothing between them.
I think Kalina wants to do a bit of a smash and grab here. Do you think?
Yeah. Yeah, but even 4th place isn't that far off, 1 second. The 1st, 2nd, 3rd and 4th.
Burnt fry's gone deep. He's on the ground on the outside.
Oh no. Yep, Lynn's got through.
And he's through. So next one that will be coming under attack, or be coming to attack Zamborino. He's after burnt fry's ass. Yeah.
Sorry, bumper.
This is family viewing. So I'm looking back for burnt fry, and we got this horrible thought that's or not a horrible thought. That's the wrong way. This feeling of inevitability, shall we say, with Zamborino is closing up. We're heading up towards the chicane. Zamborino's getting closer. I don't know if he's going to launch one. He's looking to the inside.
Yeah, he's gone down the inside.
Yeah, he's got it done. And burnt fry's trying to cut back under, but he might. He's looking inside. He's giving him. Zamborino's giving him space, but no, the move's done. The move's done by the look of it.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, in about 2 laps, burnt fry went from 1st to 4th, sadly.
Yeah. But that's close racing, wasn't it?
He's not giving it up. He's not. Burnt fry's back. The fat lady's not singing yet. Burnt fry got through with the Turkish 4 apexer.
Oh, well done.
But they're coming up to the last corner again. Burnt fry's looking a little bit defensive. Zamborino, He's getting... Oh, Burntfry's a little bit deep on the brakes, but he's hanging on to it round the outside. They're coming out again side by side. Burntfry's a little bit in front of Zamborino. Yeah, he's kicking up the dirt, but Zamborino's got the better inside line for this first corner. But Burntfry's trying to hang on to it round the outside. Is he going to try to cut back into the chicane? Let's have a look. Oh, I think Zamborino turned in a little early there for the chicane by the look of it, just to block off any chance of an overtake. We're heading up towards the hairpin. 0.3 of a second between Burntfry and Zamborino. I hope that Burntfry can make a comeback here. Can he get him on the brakes? Oh no, and in the background, Panos has got a penalty. He's managed to lose it already. So that's he's not got any problems with that. Well, while we're there, and it's a little bit steady in the grid. So Panos is there in 5th, 2.2 behind Burntfry. And Timorous is in 6th. He's 4 seconds behind Panos. So in 7th we've got Select. He is 3.8 seconds behind Timorous. And then Noodlester's settled down there in 8th. He's 12 seconds back. And then in 9th place we have Cajun, who is only 2 seconds behind Noodlester and only 1.2 in front of Noddy's mate. So it's not impossible there could be a manoeuvre there. And then in 11th is Mark Parker, who is 15 seconds behind Noddy's mate. So still hanging in there and still will score some good points. So we'll hop back, see how Burntfry's getting on with Zamborino. Which is this the battle you're watching at the moment?
I was following you back there in the grid to see if there's any more close races. This is Zamborino and Burntfry is probably the closest on the track at the moment.
So we've got 3 minutes to go. Burntfry getting a bit snaky there.
Oh, held on well though. Held on well there.
And he looks like he's got speed.
Any time. Look, no, he got speed out of it.
Well, I've gone on board with Burntfry through this. I think you talk about fairly almost like a Beckett section with these left and right corners.
Yeah.
As we go down towards the Turkish corner, as I describe it, we're just on board with him there. Burntfry's still got some fight in him there for this podium. I think there's a chance. Yeah,
I think there is. I think there are some parts of the circuit he seems to be quicker, even though he's putting it sideways round, more like a drifter. He's certainly got speed there.
Let's hope he replaced those tyres he was using in that free practice before, where he was doing that drifting.
Yeah, I think they were out of warranty anyway.
He certainly lost his deposit if it was a hire car. So this is the penultimate lap. So these guys.
Here we go.
Go for it.
So going to say Burntfry now right on the bumper of Zamborino, sorry.
I'm sure I haven't got it quite right over, Dave, so something fairly close will do us both.
Yeah, they're right on it now. Burntfry's looking one way, then the other. He's like, oh,
Zamborino's going defensive.
Yeah, he's covering the outside. Burntfry going to come up the middle. No, he had to go wide as well. Follow the same, but he's still on the tail.
He's not giving that up. Oh, I thought he was having a look down there into the beginning of the Beckett's complex, but it was almost alongside, but not quite. So it'll be down to one more lap to go at the end of this one for these guys. I think the guys from about 6th downwards will end up having this being their last lap, because as soon as they cross the finish line, when the time in the bottom right corner is out, that will be the end of their race. So I think this battle between Burntfry and Zamborino is where the excitement is going to be for our final lap. Oh, Burntfry a little bit of a lap tap there.
Inside, yep. Is he going to make it stick? Oh.
He's on the correct side for the first corner, which normally he's been the other way round. So let's see whether he can make this work.
Neck and neck. Let's keep it clean.
Okay, the time's run out, so anybody who crosses the line now has finished the race. So these guys have got best part of a lap to go. So Burnfly's hanging on to it through this chicane.
Yes.
Running straddling those curves, and Zamborino looks like he's made a little bit of a mistake. So it's 0.6, 0.7 of a second now. So I wonder if Burnfly can make this work to the end of the lap. So they're round the hairpin. We're coming up to the Beckett's complex of a section of left and right hand corners. Up front, Kevin is, by the looks of it, about a second ahead of Clunan. So that looks like it's resolved the first 2 steps of the podium, but I don't think it's over for the last step of the podium at the moment. But there is a bit of a gap back there to Zamborino, so I think Burnfly might have got this done. Yeah.
Do you know what tyre Burnfly is running? Is he running the super soft?
Burnfly's got the super soft, so he's got that little bit of advantage because he was the first of the guys that had the advantage of the stickier tyres because of his position in the first race. So I think he's got that
Zamborino,
done.
do you know what he's running? Is he
he's running the harder
tyre?
tyre. So Kevin's finished the race in first, Clunan second, Burnfly gets that podium in third, and Zamborino fourth. Yeah, just
well done.
And fifth coming through is Panos, and behind him will be sixth will be Timorous. So basically all the Greek guys there. So first, second, third, fourth, and fifth were the ones with the racing soft.
Okay.
And then everybody else was on super soft. So because he finished sixth in the first race, Burnfly had that great advantage of the slightly stickier tyres. So he certainly did that to his use those to his advantage, getting that third position.
He drove a good race, and he just at the end he managed to get through. Wondered if he was holding back or whether that extra grip on his tyres just gave him a bit of extra push out of one of the corners, and he just managed to get through, didn't he?
Yes, he certainly did. That was a great bit of racing there. Yeah. So let's just have a look and see what else we've got going on. I'm just waiting for the new championship positions to come through. I can hear Uni Eagle tapping away down in the pits, about to send us across any second now. By the powers of technology, here we go. So no surprise at all with the championship positions at the moment. In first place is Kevin 77 on a perfect 50. There's going to have to come a point where this guy is going to lose a race, surely. We need to put him on road tyres, I think. Maybe that's the way to make it happen.
Space shuttle tyres.
Space shuttle tyres, yeah. I think they're the ones we used to kart race on. So, and then in second place is Clunan. He had a second and a third, so he's got 43 points. Third is Zamborino, because he had a second and a fifth, which puts him on 41 points. And then Burnfly is there in fourth. He's on 34 points. And then equal in fifth is Timorous and Panos. They're on 32. And then Select's on 24. He's in seventh. Noodles is eighth. He's on 20. Mark Parker's there in ninth on 14th. And Cajun 100 is there on in 10th on 12 points, and 11th place is Noddy's mate on 10 points. So that concludes our racing for tonight. Any thoughts on what we've seen there tonight, Dave?
Again, good racing. Wasn't anyone being silly. I didn't think there was the odd little scratch and bump, but I didn't see anything too aggressive. Respect for each other, and that's what it's all about.
Yeah, I agree with you, and that's what we like to see, and that's what Flat Out e-racing's all about. And if you want to get involved, we've got a couple of slots left in this V8 Championship, and we've got a new GT4 Championship starting on a Wednesday night, not this week coming, the following week, so it'll be the second week of June. So if you want to get involved, look at the link below the video you're watching at the moment. There's the Discord link. So you can go through there, or go on to Facebook and join the group. It's Flat Out e-racing, and jump in there, say you want to join it. The guys are really friendly, and they'll do everything they can to get you involved. So brilliant. Everyone out there, stay safe. I hope you had a great evening watching the racing, and hope to see you either on Wednesday or next Sunday, where we're off for round 2 of this series. So I hope to see you then.